Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Monday. Nice day. For a change, we got it in the mid 50s. Well, I hope every one of you had a wonderful weekend. I can't wait to go fishing this weekend. It's supposed to be nice this coming weekend. So I'm going to get out there and try to catch me some bass. All right. Friday, I went to see my dad, and one of my nieces from Orlando flew out. My dad's birthday is this Sunday, and he'd be 92 years old. So she came out, and I went over there to see her too. And the TV was on, and we sit down talking and stuff, and it get quiet for a brief moment. We looking at the TV, and notice the news station is, talking as if they're Donald Trump's people. And what I mean by that is, news is supposed to be unbiased, I thought, but this news station, man, they was praising Trump and everything, and criticizing anybody that would talk against Trump. So I looked at my niece. I said, "Is this Fox News?" And she said, "No." And we look and notice it said Newsmax. So it's on Comcast, Xfinity, Dish Network, DirecTV, and another streaming service. And man, we just listened to. I said, "Oh man, we got to turn this because this." I mean, boy, they praising Trump and everything. And like I said, I thought news was supposed to be unbiased, just report the news, right? I look at, from time to time, they're based out of Chicago, News Nation, and that's what they're noted for, is being unbiased. All they want to do is report the news. And they have a segment where they call The Hill, and I don't look at it 24/7, but I do watch it from time to time. Now, on this segment, The Hill, you have two Republican reporters and two Democrat reporters. And then you have a moderator who's representing the news network, News Nation. And they're very good. So there's no favoritism on either side. They just give their thoughts and how they feel, and then vice versa. But this Newsmax, it's all about praising Trump and saying how wonderful and great he's doing things. So I just put that out there, man, because if you have any of those streaming services, just, try to find Newsmax and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's ridiculous. Okay? So, over the weekend, I didn't do too much, just took it easy. When you get older, you don't have to go all the time. Some people like, "Oh, I'm bored. I need to go here." Go, you go ahead. If I ain't going fishing, I don't have to go. I don't have to go. Unless it's something special I really want to, like a football game, basketball game, and occasionally that don't do for me no more, because most of these players don't play for the love of the game. It's about the money. And if they get a hangnail, they're not playing. You done paid $100 a piece for your ticket, get two tickets, and then the person you want to see play, you get to the game, they not playing because they got a hangnail. So anyway, if y'all get a chance, just look at that Newsmax and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. What I really want to get to, y'all, is this morning I'm looking at News Nation like I normally do when I'm getting ready to go to work. And Donald Trump in Chicago, what's happening in Chicago? ICE is on the prowl. They making arrests. And, I just want to say this because I was talking with a couple of my coworkers today. And you got to realize when all these people were coming over, were crossing the border into Texas, then that governor will put them on a bus and send them to the sanctuary states. So California, Colorado, Illinois, Chicago, New York, New York. And he was busing them to all these cities. Okay, so you had a group was complaining about that and some of the politicians. So now you have this Mayor Johnson, who is the mayor of Chicago now, and before him, it was a woman. Her name was Lightfoot. She didn't get reelected. But both of them signed executive orders like to protect the immigrants. Okay? I will say this. See, now I get Medicare. And last year I would get so much to purchase over the counter on a debit card. And then so much a year for optical. So it was time to renew in October last year. And when I talked to the agent, okay, I don't get over the counter no more. And I get at $100 less than I was getting last year for optical. So I asked him, and he said, man, all the immigration people coming over across the border, they giving them medical and all this stuff. So it's taken away from those that's here, and thus they're cutting a lot. And when he told me that, I said, I'll be damned. Okay, so that's what's happening. Now, also, there's people that was saying how those people, immigrants, get bused to Chicago, New York, they get off, they give them a nice sized check, get them housing. My thing is, how come America has it backwards? Didn't we have a homeless situation before all this migration was happening? A big flux of migration, I should say, because they was always coming over. But what's wrong with taking care of people that's here instead of blessing those that's coming from another country and you're blessing them? Okay? I get it. Not everyone is a criminal. But you have to think, okay, when you come over, you seeking political asylum or asylum, doesn't the U.S. give you a certain time to become a U.S. citizen? So when ICE come and you still ain't a U.S. citizen, you done had a kid or two, and they're 10, 12 years old, that's enough time to become a U.S. citizen. So now everybody like, oh, they separating the kid and stuff. So it goes both ways, I would think. We can't drive around without a driver's license or insurance. But yet these immigrants come, they declare asylum, okay, and then they get lost in the system, so they be here for years. And nobody's following up on that. So It's a game, and you guys know what it is. We're just the pawns on the chessboard. That's all it is, you know. So you just got to look at it. I look at it, I should say, both ways, and it is what it is. Not all are criminals, but think about it. They come, say, from Venezuela. Dude was very violent in Venezuela. He comes over here, gets arrested, gets deported back, and then he come back over again. But this time he slips through the crack. Okay? Now, y'all know them gangs in Chicago, just like in Oakland, where I'm from. You know, these ain't gangs straight out of Mexico, because if you're from California, you know what the gangs are there. Now they got so many different kind of gangs, Hispanic gangs, and it ain't out of Mexico. So, think about it, y'all. Let me get some feedback from you, okay? I'm going to continue this in a few days, but don't cry about it now. The man told you what he was going to do, and he's doing it. Now everybody's talking about, they're separating the kids from the parents. Man, they've been here for years. And that's what they would use, say they seeking asylum. And then, okay, you have, I'm going to look it up, but I know you have so much time to get your paperwork together and everything to seek asylum, and then you go back before that judge or judge. But when you're having kids, not one or two, and the youngest one is 10 years old, that's enough time. Okay? You're handing out all this money to them. So why they can't do what they need to do to be legit? Because what happens if I get pulled over and I don't have a driver's license or insurance? Y'all know that game. Tow your vehicle to the pound, and they tax it every day. It's in pound, and a lot of people can't afford to get it. If they don't get it out that day, after about the third day, a lot of people can't even get their car out because they can't afford to get it out for what they charging. California got that bad. San Francisco, Oakland, surrounding cities, and that down there. And I'm quite sure it's done in L.A. So, with that, y'all, let me hear from you. All right? And I will see you in a couple of days. Oh, the football games was great yesterday, and I'm looking forward to that Super Bowl. I need Philly to whoop Kansas City's butt. I'm tired of Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback, but enough is enough. I done seen him enough now. I need to see somebody new win that Super Bowl. All right. Peace, love, and soul.